We have a rare game to show you tonight, a pinball machine. But before, I guess we should show, Joe's working on the pedals. Joe's part-time, he loves coming here at night, even though I pay him like crap.
What, just $32 an hour? Is that what he's selling for?
And
sorry. We can edit that out.
We're working on Shuffle In. Maverick came in, the Ghosts and Goblins, a Hyper Sports, but it's getting turned into a track and field.
This is all for the blind viewers, right?
For the blind. Look, an overhaul and a Tales from the Crypt. And look at this. Beautiful, stunning. Demo Man. The glass is dirty. We're going to do a video on this tomorrow. Boy, we have some new stuff we did on that. Who left this fan on? You know, I don't like fans running during my videos, but what I'm showing you today is the super rare. Can you, now, I got everything but that record player. Joe, just so you know,
I'm listening to this, don't touch it.
this big knob here, right here. You know, Steven, he's
You
upset.
get enjoyment out of something, I'm gonna make sure I ruin it.
Alright, he's upset.
Speaking
because
of
I
big
didn't acknowledge
knobs.
him. By the way, while you're down there,
Yeah, you better run.
now we're ready for Black Sheep Squadron. Now we're ready for Black Sheep. Look at this. Made by the Astro Corporation. Alright, 1979 was the year. Astro decided to market these direct to the homeowner. Make money while you sleep. I don't know if that was the ad campaign, but I bought an Astro years ago. I wish I had kept the paperwork from it, whoever gotten it. They had bought it from a comic book ad, an ad in the back of one of those comics that offered to sell a pinball machine and put it in a store. Well, they never vended it. They never found a place to put it. They kept it in their house and played it. They played it so much they wore the paint off the playfield in several places. And that was years ago. We had that machine and we came and went. I have no idea how many they made. Nobody actually knows anything about how many of these were in fact made. This was the game that most people have seen. There was supposedly another game that they made called Warlords. The only picture that exists is the back glass that Gary Flowers posted. We don't know if the game was ever made. I'm not sure.
Yeah, according to the database, I don't know a year, but there was an article in the 1979 Playmeter magazine.
That's right. We tried to do some research on this game. There's just nothing here. You know, Astro may have been one of the first companies to market games directly to the public to put in location. I'm sure I'm wrong. Somebody will point that out. But in 1979, they wanted to sell them directly to the homeowner, who would put them in a store or something and bypass not only the distributor but the vendor. And the homeowner became the vendor. Of course, the homeowner discovered it was hard to find locations that weren't tied in with contracts. Like a lot of times these stores would sign a 1-year contract to put games in there, or a 2-year contract, and they couldn't put someone else's machine in there, single machine. So that's probably why that Astro I came across years ago, they never found a location for it and just kept it at home. At least they had fun with it. But you know what? In 1989, International Concepts marketed 2 cocktail table games, Night Moves and Caribbean Cruise, or Caribbean Cruise if you'd like. They were selling them directly to the homeowner also for a lot of money. They were a lot of money. And the homeowner discovered that they were very hard to put in location. You have to watch our 2 YouTube videos of those 2 games at some point. But, you know, Astro copied, pretty much carbon copied, excuse me.
Excuse you is right.
They carbon copied the Bally system. The head, the body, even the lockdown bar. Oddly enough, the legs were not. The legs were unique. So we have to keep the legs together. Now,
Todd, I have those legs.
oh, let's see the difference, Walt.
Yeah, the Astro legs are constructed a little differently down the bottom, as you can see.
What about the top
The
part?
top's a little bit more tapered, and it's very close, but not quite the same.
Oh gosh, so you have to have the legs
Yeah,
for that.
it's like they're very specific to the game. Yes.
Oh gosh, thanks Walt for doing that for us.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, because this machine it's historical. We left the original Astro, as you can see, the Astro logic board in. The color on the foil is different. We had to clean it up because it came in, it had some battery damage, but it's all clean. A lot of new chips. We actually burned 2 new EEPROMs for it, and we had the button battery that will never fail again. This is the original Astro board here. And look, see the sticker? It says Astro and the sticker here. So these are original boards. The driver board had been changed. There's no Astro logo on that. That's the good solid ballet board that we've upgraded with a new capacitor, the larger fuse upgrade, and look, the original transformer. Notice there's no cage around it, where you could, because the ballet one, all the tabs were open. Well, Astro chose a transformer where all the wires are sealed and it's safe. So there's no way you can get a shock. So the only way to get a shock is... Yeah, I squeezed it in, Frank.
I squeezed in moving the camera right there.
Loser, I'm trying to make these things, these events happen.
They're not for production.
Now look, they're not for... Yes, if this was a reality show, we'd probably be taking take after take. But oh, look, it's Joe from Coin Services. That's right. He's here with a load of boards. You did bring a load, right?
Yeah, load.
Look, a load. Joe fixes our boards. He's not only the cheapest repairman I know,
He's the best.
the best.
There you go.
Joe, how many years now? God.
1977.
Yeah, sir.
23 and 15.
Yeah, and I met you in 79.
Yeah, 38 years.
It's too
20 years for active Amandon. 15 on my own.
Now Joe works for himself, by himself. And you can call him direct. He doesn't have an answering phone system. So if you get no answer, let it ring and ring and ring and call back. He doesn't like tape machines. I guess it's okay. Anyway, we did replace all 5 displays with ballet displays. I actually have the original displays. Let me show them to you. Here we go. They're all bad. They used a really crappy glass. And I'm not sure what brand this is, but see they all have the Astro brand. More than likely, if you put a glass in, it would work. But we're going to keep it with the game for its historical value. Aren't I great? Listen, also, the paper in here was all tattered. I was able to make a copy. You can actually see where the paper tears are. And I'm going to put this up on the International Pinball Database so you can upload it and stick it in your game if it's missing. I mean, it's better to have something if not nothing. And Frank made these new ones, these new instruction cards. We copied the exact lettering and words from the original card. Oops! The original card. It was really ugly and it was dirty, so we couldn't photocopy it. But Frank was able to put the word Astro on the corners, and we came up with these replacement cards for our customer to keep it authentic. Now, this does still have a chart on the side. You know what, Frank? Let's take that off before we ship it. And this is the chart to identify all the switches and things. And we'll photocopy that and put that up on the site too. So this way you guys can get to it with no problem. And isn't it amazing that this was based on a TV show? I had no idea. I didn't realize the show did not last too long. Look at the coloring that the guys were able to achieve with the LEDs. Our blue here, because these were originally blue, the green tree, and then he's lit the people here with yellow and white. Looks gorgeous. Now, Stephen had to do some touch-ups. It's what you have to do, but I want you to look at this playfield. Stephen did do some painting on the playfield, but it is shining and glowing. It's got a nice coat of wax on it. All new rubbers, and we have done all white LEDs on the top. And to keep it original, we put regular incandescent bulbs underneath. But the nice thing about this is there's different coloring, as you'll see. Oops! You'll see the jewels are different colors. Now we did put bendies here and up top here to light our our stars. We also took out the red ones and we put the clear ones in so we could color them. They just look so nice. Guess you could say it's not original. We did it anyway. Now, we did one more thing. The original flippers were dreadful. So we were able to take these panels out. We scrubbed and cleaned them. And we have stern links, which were the exact same length. And of course, new end of stroke switches. See how these gleam? All nice and shiny. And we have Bally coils. And some of the replacement Astro coils were shot. And we couldn't get Astro on the phone to get replacement coils. Well, I think we should try. Ask them if we can still order parts.
The number you dialed is not in service.
No answer?
Now, this is unique. Their chime boxes are made out of plastic. One of them had broken, so we fixed it, but I wish they had done these in metal. Yeah, the top, of course, is, but the bottom is not. Very nice job on that. We have added, the free play button was not, this was not, that's the start button. We added the free play, the credit button right there. So, oh, that's unique. Let's see, it should keep on there. Can you see? Look at that. Look at that. Look at the cabinet art. Steven was able to match up this pink. Steven, is pink your favorite color?
Hurts.
Kurt's. It's Kurt. Where is Kurt?
In bed.
Do you know what? It's 7 p.m. and he's still in bed. Buried into the covers. He claims he is, Joe. He said he has to, quote, get a shower and come in. Scott is supposed to come. Of course, everybody is. Did you hear it play the land and sea and land and air and sea? We will fight our country. Here, listen. See again. Did you hear? I got a bonus game because I put 2 quarters in. And then we'll start. How's that for a nice little tune? None of the other games did that. Yeah, they were able to come up with a tune. It's not quite the exact notes, but you can sure guess what tune that was. Now, on this game, you have to try to spell the word Squadron, okay, which is throughout here. And of course, each time you hit a letter, you do advance your bonus, okay? We already got that. Now, what's rather interesting, when you do finish it, nothing really special happens, Frank. That's what I was disappointed. There's nothing really special. Yes, when this is lit, you get extra points. But I thought it would play a tune or something, but nothing happens. Now, I did notice this, though. See, we're 2 times our bonus if we go around here. See, our bonus is 2, 3, and 5. Now watch. We roll up once. Guess you have to roll it up a little slower. See, we're up to 2. Now we'll go up to 3 times, and then 5 times. And then, of course, when you go down the toilet, you pick up all the points. 5 times. Now look, here's something no one has ever done before. They've actually told you how many points you're going to get. Look, right here and here, 10 points. Look at that. No one's ever did that before. That's an Astro first. You can't? The 10 right there.
Oh, no.
10. So you have to learn how to point the camera where I'm pointing. See, you got to understand, Frank has to figure out things. But Frank, somebody's got to film. Well, I could get Walter to film.
Nobody here but that.
Walt, he doesn't like to be called Walter. Walt can film. Can't you, Walt? He's working on Super Zaxxon. Nobody bought that cheap, so we're going to put it in the showroom at retail.
I gave you $20 for it.
Listen, if you want to buy that, I'll sell the pair for $800, or you can buy Super Zaxxon or Zaxxon,
800
$500
cents?
apiece.
Deal. I'll take it.
Now look, plastics, by the way, are near perfect, and we have our washers to protect them. So the man buying this will never have to worry about broken plastics again. Anyway, let's finish. Here's a really neat feature here. See the hole here? This varies. Right now, if you go in there, see how nice, bright, and red it is? You get an amazing 50,000 points. But then it moves to the next one. Lights extra ball lanes. Now what's nice, it lights the two and then they alternate. See how they go back and forth? They alternate the same as the top bumpers. See? And look, it also alternates your spinner, your 50,000 and that. So if we like that, our spinner's instantly on. And it'll stay on throughout the rest of your game. Now look, I'm dying to get this extra ball.
Oh, that's the game you told me about, Don.
That's right, Black Sheep Squadron. Joe is amazed that he's seeing a working
Where
Black
did you get
Sheep
the ROMs
Squadron.
from?
It's actually on the International Pinball Database. The ROMs are right there. We had ROM problems.
What kind of board did you have to put in it?
An Astro.
I gave you an Astro board,
Yeah,
and I
that's
told you
right.
it worked, but I didn't have ROMs for it.
Joe fixed the Astro board.
Yeah.
I'm giving away all my secrets.
An Astro board.
No,
Very
I've been
similar to
talking-
a Bally board, but not exactly the same.
Now, Joe, can you tell us right now, do you think you've worked on more than 50 Bally Logic boards?
I think so.
Do you think you've worked on more than 500?
Yes.
And is it safe to assume you've worked on more than 5,000 of them?
Drivers and CPUs and soundboards together, I would say yes.
More than anybody in the country.
And more Gottlieb boards than Bally.
Oh, he's Mr. Gottlieb. We have two Gottlieb. Joe loves Gottlieb. He gets annoyed when we put brand new boards in. He likes to fix the old ones. And of course, we have the other Gottlieb guy too. So Fred Schwemmer makes the brand new boards now.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of boards that can't be fixed. You've seen some nasty boards.
System 1, not so many
System
System 80s.
Well,
the Rockwell system. The
the
system of the
famous
future.
and the ones that put the Voyager in, which is still flying. You know, the Gottlieb System 1s would all still be working if two things hadn't happened. The crappy, shitty battery leaking,
Right.
and that crappy, shitty power supply, which he likes and I hate.
It wasn't the greatest power supply. It ran too hot.
It was horrible.
Ran too
Horrible
hot.
power
Ran too
supply.
hot.
Now, the System 80 power supplies are pretty good.
Yeah. They don't do as much.
Actually, Joe, do you know, look, I'm going to, a shameless plug for Frank's new board. This is the Tommy motor board that he has designed and built. Did I have it upside down? No, I didn't. A Frank Lindenmuth special, and we sell this with a brand new servo motor. Is it 80, Joe?
85.
85.
Plus shipping.
Yeah, I have to say Joe, Frank, 85, and we're actually setting up a page. We're going to have a store online very soon because people want to buy my my DVDs. They want to buy pictures of me. They want to buy my T-shirts.
Yeah, there you go.
We're working on it. Do you know, Joe? This is our 999th YouTube video.
Congratulations. And this is the first Black Sheep Squadron I've ever seen, ever.
And you see it, and you can see it's an amazing piece of equipment. And you know, on video 1000, I've decided I'm going to do a bunch of funny clips from lots and lots of our videos, while our new song, composed by a YouTube fan, he wrote it and sings it himself.
I
Plays
was
in the background.
listening to this game. Is that stereo sound I hear?
It's actually, it surrounds you with sound. This is called 4D sound because it surrounds you with sound.
Yes, stereo sound. Yes, stereo sound.
We need to get this level because it's not rolling down. We don't have a... Oh, did you hear the knocker?
You pop the knocker.
It's not real loud. The knocker's not real loud. I'm doing great on this game, Frank.
Black Sheep Squadron.
I was just telling him earlier that
It
we
was
got...
a television show.
Yeah, a big hit. You weren't listening earlier, were you?
Wasn't here.
Robert
He was here.
Robert Conrad from the Wild Wild West.
Was he the star of
He
it?
was the star of the Black Sheep Squadron. Commander Pappy Boyington.
You remember, you saw the show.
John Larry
But-
Kent was in it.
Notice it doesn't have any copyrights on here.
First
Was that before or after Night Court? That was after Night Court, huh?
Well,
Before Night
it may
Court.
be based on the show, but you know, come to think of it, I don't see any reference to the TV show here. And my guess, which one of these characters is Robert Conrad?
The guy with the bald guy.
Okay.
Listen to them reminisce. Isn't it wonderful? And isn't this game wonderful? By the way, look at this funky coin door. God, there's not even lights in it. It's funky, but it works. Oh, I wanted to show you. They were worried about people tilting this. I've never. People love it when I do that. Right over here, look. It's a double tilt, Joe. The double slam tilt. Look at this. I never saw anything like this. And because it's a very rare game, we left it in. See, when we tilt it out, it does that. It didn't like that, by the way, when I lifted the playfield up. It tilted out. It wasn't happy. So the game does that a lot.
Where's the ball roll tilt? Where's the ball roll tilt?
I took the ball out because the ball is always crusty and rusty, and that is more service than it is. These are separated.
Is that the spare displays we shipped with the game?
You weren't listening earlier. I'm giving these Astro displays to our customer so we keep the game as much as we got with it together. Do you sense the sarcasm in this man? But listen, I got a special treat for you. My daughter, Tammy, just interviewed Cindy Morgan, who was in Caddyshack and what you'll remember, Tron, the original Tron. And it's the 35th anniversary? Tron? 36th, I think. And she has autographed these 3 pictures. Real shiny, high gloss. Look, there she is. Okay? And they are in a contest. You can win them free. Free, Joseph.
The original Tron.
All you have to do is enter Tammy's contest on our website. Let's go up front and I'll show you how you can do it in seconds. And maybe some of my YouTubers will win these. It's real simple. Here's what you do. Go to Tammy's website. It's the TierraTalkShow.com. It'll probably come up as you start typing it. There's her website. Tons of stuff on this page. Lots of interviews. She just interviewed Debbie Reynolds, the guy from the Country Pair Jamboree, Peter Renaday. But she has a lot of... Here's Cindy Morgan's interview from Tron. She talks about the show. But to enter the contest, click on Contests, see? And then this page will come up. Now, to get into the contest, to get an entry, and actually a bonus entry, I'm going to show you how. You scan down. There's only 6 days left. So you can guess this contest will be over July 16th. But that's not a big deal because she always has more contests. Look, she already gave a book away, Remembering Roy E. Disney. Tinkerbell and Evolution was a book by another author. Anne Serling, Rod Serling's daughter, she interviewed. And we gave away that book, Quick Sketching Book. So she has had plenty of other contests that you can enter to down the road. Now, here's how to do it. You click on the Tierra Talk Show on Facebook. And you click Visit Us. And then all you have to do is click the liked page, okay? That's part 1. Part 2, and then it'll say I visited, see? And then we click it to enter. Now I've entered because I visited. Now click on follow on Twitter, okay? You type in your Twitter username if you have Twitter, and then click I follow, okay? Oops. I have to put my username down. And believe it or not, it's Todd Tucky. There we go. Now I have it. Now I click it to submit one entry. I tweeted, and it's tweeted. It's actually officially tweeted because I'm doing it a second time. And then you subscribe for a bonus entry. See, to receive an extra entry, please put your username. And I have another account called the Todd Tucky account. Look at that. I now have subscribed and I have a bonus. Look at that. See how easy, folks?
That was so easy. Oh my God. That was as easy as making popcorn.
Listen, I
God,
want you
40
guys.
steps.
Look, come on, 40 steps. Look at these.
So what's this? You win
Autographed by
this?
Cindy Morgan. We're 3 separate winners, and they are signed by her, and she would love to send them to you. We'll actually mail them right from TNT, and maybe I'll include a picture of me. This is Tammy's contest. And make sure you watch Tammy and I on Discs of Tron. It's video number 929. That's the shorter version, but it has all of our fun Tron stuff in it. And 928 is the full-length version. 2 great videos to see. Kurt, it is time for us to end with the Black Sheep Squadron soundtrack so we can go to Pizza Slot. Right? Yes, here. You hear that? Yes, there we go. There we go. We're leaving you. Good night.